Do you believe in Santa Claus? I do. I even have a picture of the time that he helped me solve one of the biggest problems I ever had. Santa. Welcome to tonight's Blue Light Special. I'm Dave Lieber, the watchdog at the Dallas Morning News. And tonight's episode on this Sunday night is called Dr. Santa. I moved to Texas 25 years ago, and my first Christmas here was very confusing because I had never understood or known a Texas Christmas, and this is Texas Christmas crazy over here. I mean, I saw wreaths on car grills and antlers coming up out of car windows, and there was angel trees for everybody, and tamales. Nobody ever explained to me that you don't eat the husk, okay? I didn't know. And I was really feeling lonely and confused and out of sorts. And I did something really cool. I read an article about the Santa Claus at the North Park Center Mall in Dallas. Dr. Carl Anderson, who's an Austin psychologist, who's been doing it for close to 30 years. And he even wrote his doctoral thesis on what happens when children just stop believing in Santa Claus. And so in the article it said that people go see him for advice. So I drove out to North Park. It was my first visit there. And I didn't say to everybody, hey, I'm a columnist, I need an interview, let me go in the front of the line. I got on the back of the line, and I remember there were some kids with, like, one little girl had a shirt on that said, Santa, I was a perfect angel. And I waited and waited and waited, you know, all these kids and all these parents. And then I told Dr. Santa who I was, and he told me his shift was almost over, and he suggested that I wait for him and talk to him. And when his shift was over, he took me into his locker room, handed me a stool, sat down, and I started taking notes. And I just want to read you what happened because it kind of means a lot to me. I told him about how confused I was, and I asked him about the tamales. And I complained that they took It's a Wonderful Life off TV because that winter they weren't running it because of a copyright dispute. Santa said, oh, really? And then he asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And I said, make Texas feel like home. And then he spoke, and I wrote down everything he said. He wrote, you are in a unique position. You now can create your own traditions. It probably won't fit to redo the old ones because you're in a different place. You might let your imagination just kind of wander, even pay attention to your dreams and see what comes up in terms of ways you might enjoy celebrating the season. You also might want to take a look inside and ask yourself, what's the meaning of the season all about? How do I want to express this in my life and come to some kind of more deeper personal understanding? So I was beginning to understand what he was saying, and I said to him, so a Texas Christmas can become the opening for a better Christmas for me? Yes, Dr. Santa replied, maybe a deeper, more fully understood, expressed, and felt Christmas. Perhaps if you're willing to take that look at it and see what it means to you. And then he said, when I was leaving and I said goodbye, he said, I'm not a Texan myself, but I feel at home here. So that's what I did. I started my own Texas traditions and got a few that I really like, including I set up a Christmas village at the Dallas Morning News newsroom. This one has a Hot Wheels track on it that's kind of ruined it because it's ruined the sense of community. But if you'd like to read this whole story, just go to dallasnews.com/watchdog because I just posted it for Christmas Eve 2018. And I just will end by letting you know that not more than a few months later, as fate would have it, I had a new family come into my life. I fell in love with Karen and Desiree and Jonathan and Sadie, the psycho dog. And I proposed marriage to them, and we've all been married for 23 years. We've been together. So Santa was right, and we have all these wonderful Christmas traditions and holiday traditions that we celebrate. And so that's my Christmas tale for 2018. Hope you read the article about it. It's at dallasnews.com/watchdog. And I hope to see you next Sunday night. Watching out for you. Watchdog, bam!